Hi there everyone, this is Joy with ScrapbookNerd.com. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit about the Deco Foil Transfer Gel. I'm just sharing a couple of the products that I'm going to be using. Deco Foil, along with some stencils, a spatula, some cardstock that I've trimmed down to a standard card size of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm really excited about the transfer gel because of the way that it works. It gives such clean, crisp edges to the things that you foil. We do need to use the transfer gel with a laminating machine or a mink machine. I happen to have a Royal Sovereign 12-inch laminating machine, so I would be able to use the transfer gel with stencils and other products on my scrapbook layouts as well. The consistency when you're spreading this out is kind of like spreading butter on toast. It's thinner than peanut butter and it just kind of glides on. I made a few mistakes in my stenciling. I didn't tape the stencil down and it shifted a little bit, so I have a few areas where the transfer gel squished out underneath the stencil. So I'm just going to clean off the stencil, put the excess back into the transfer gel bottle, and also clean off my mat. I like to try to save as much of the pastes as I can. So I'm just going to grab out another stencil and do the same thing. I'm showing you the 3 different card fronts that I'm going to be creating because I wanted you to see how easily you can use this product, as well as see that it goes on it looks kind of opaque right now and cloudy, but as it dries it starts to go clear. So you're going to be able to tell when you can foil, because the paste is going to be completely transparent and glossy. As I finish off here with the last bit of stenciling, I just wanted to let you know that you do need to clean your stencils off as you work with these. I like to do several at a time, and I have a tray of water sitting off to the side that I drop the stencil in once I'm done, so there's no chance of the transfer gel drying on my stencils. After the transfer gel has dried, I'm going to come back and show you how I foiled these 3 panels with my Royal Sovereign laminating machine. My laminator machine is heated up and ready to go, and I have the card panels here and I've selected out the foils that I'm going to use. You can see here that the transfer gel has dried to a clear, glossy finish, and that's how you know that it's ready to be foiled. I have created a sandwich here with some of the freezer paper, a piece of plain cardstock to add a little bit of extra pressure under the rollers, the piece of cardstock that I've added the transfer gel to, and some of the foil with the nice side facing up. While that piece of cardstock runs through the laminator, I'm just going to quickly show you the Gina K foil mates. I've used some of the sentiments from a birthday card set. I've die cut them out with some of my dies and then foiled them with some rainbow foil and some silver sequin foil. ScrapbookNerd.com carries the full collection of the Gina K products with thermo web. My first panel is all ready to go. I don't need to wait to pull the foil back when it's cooled down. You can do that as soon as it comes out of the laminator. And I don't know about you if you've foiled before, but there's always something so fun and exciting about pulling back the sheet and seeing what the results are. As you can see here, there are some really crisp, clean edges. Now I did want to mention that you can keep the negative from anything that you foil and use them on another project and nothing goes to waste. This next panel I decided to foil with the Gina K silver sequins, and I love the way that that looks for the stars. I think it's perfect. And on the next panel that I'm going to show you, there are some defects. And the defects are because of the way that I stenciled it. It's not anything to do with the transfer gel or the laminator. I do recommend that you tape down your cardstock and your stencil to your work surface to get a really nice clean stenciling. And as you can see on this piece here, I missed some areas with the transfer gel, so the foil did not take to certain areas. So the last piece is running through the laminator, and it's a numbers stencil that I did, and I'm using the rainbow Deco Foil for this one. And as you can see on the reveal again, I have some areas where the transfer gel went underneath the stencil. You can choose to go with the flow and use it as is, or cut it down and get rid of the imperfections. On the cards that I'm showing you coming up in a moment, I have used some double-sided tape and burnished on some of the rainbow foil around the edges of the cards in order to add a little bit of interest. And you can see on this card here, I did the same thing on the right hand side and just burnished some of the foil onto some double-sided tape. For the craft color card, I punched out some circles from the panel that I foiled, and I really like the way that the copper looks with the craft color cardstock. Here's a bit of a reveal for you on how much detail that the transfer gel can actually keep. This is a stencil from Tim Holtz, and you can see here from the negative how detailed that is. And this panel can be kept for another project. I hope that you enjoyed this look at the ThermoWeb transfer gel and got inspired by some of the projects. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.